We're talking about 5 most important players for the 2022 NFL season for the Detroit Lions. On this list is going to be a mix of players. Great chance that players that I do not mention is on your list. So, in the comment section, while this video is playing, put a list of players that I did not mention that you think are important and the reasons why. It doesn't mean I don't think they're important. I'm just giving you my top 5. Also, if you've not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that right now. We'd love to get to 4,000 subscribers and hit that like button. Let's begin. Let's get to this list. 5 players. We're going to start with Penei Sewell as number 5. And I think Penei Sewell is really important to the Detroit Lions 2022 NFL season. Sophomore, we got him last year. He really helped out the offensive line. A little bit of issues in the beginning, as you expect from a rookie going from left to right. He was jumbled all around. Now he's going to be on the right side through training camp, through the NFL season. And if there is an injury to Taylor Decker, he could move over there. We know what he can do. But the Lions must have a solid offensive line, a rock solid, to protect Jared Goff, let him be able to stand in the pocket and do his progressions, as well as running the football, extremely important. If Taylor Decker goes down, we know Penei Sewell can jump to that left side. He can make that jump over there and protect the blind side of Jared Goff. It's like a double protection, because if Taylor Decker goes down, you know we have a guy who can do a pretty good job as his backup. That would be Penei Sewell. It's not the same if you have an injury on the right side. Nelson coming into the Lions' right side, or another player. Maybe they mess with Big V. But the issues would really begin if Penei Sewell goes down for the Lions. We don't want that to happen. We want this offensive line to be somewhat intact, as last year it was completely out of it. If you lose a guard, we have Evan Brown that can jump in the guard position or center. So he can definitely man those positions. But if we lose our right tackle, it takes a significant job compared to the rest of the players on the offensive line. Penei Sewell is extremely important, and we want to see his growth from year 1 to year 2, and we expect his growth to be immense. Him on this line is important. Get better, grow, and get this offense rolling. It starts with the big boys up front. To me, he's very important. Number 4 player on my list is DeAndre Swift, running back for the Lions. Yes, we have a pretty good depth at the running back position. We got Craig Reynolds, we got Jamal Williams, we got Jamar Jefferson, and so on. But DeAndre Swift can be that game changer, the big playmaker. We don't have a ton of playmakers on this team. A lot of NFL teams, they're fairly solid, but when you have a playmaker, it's different. A playmaker changes the game. It's one of those plays that pops out of nowhere and gets that touchdown. We've seen it last year. He can do the 50-yard big play splash, touchdown, game changer. The Lions need to run the football to be successful, for this offense to be successful. You need to run the football. It's important. You need to have a player that defenses pay attention to, draws coverage, and then the wide receivers and the tight ends can't get open. You get that single coverage, play action pass, big play can happen. It starts with the running game. And the most important part of running the football is long, sustained drives, beating teams down by running the football, wearing them down. When the fourth quarter comes, you win the football game. We have lost so many times in the fourth quarter. That's why we're in the position we've been in for the Lions for so long. We've not had that staple at the running back position. DeAndre Swift, we invested a second-round pick with him. He needs to be here for the Lions, playing throughout this season so we can win football games. If he can stay healthy, if he has just taking plays each game this year able to play each game this year, the Lions going to have success. He is extremely important to the Lions season in 2022. That's why I have him on this list. Number 3 player for the Detroit Lions is rookie defensive end Aidan Hutchinson. Yes, it's a rookie. So how could a rookie be on this list? Because the Lions were terrible at pass rush last year. We had a lot of injuries. Harris, Akwara. We just looked at the defensive line. It got savage. Levi. We need to be able to get pass rush, sack the quarterback, disrupt the quarterback. We were awful last year. We get a guy in Aidan Hutchinson with the second pick in this year's draft. He is a game changer. He needs to stay healthy and wreak havoc on those quarterbacks and smack them down. We've seen what happened when you can get a playmaker at the defensive line position that terrorizes quarterbacks. We've seen it with Ndamukong Suh. You see it with other teams, with the Nick Bosa's, with Chase Young's, with Joey Bosa's in his prime. All these edge rushers, they're game changers. They change the game. Aidan Hutchinson is very important towards the success of the Lions in 2022. If he can be that 10-plus sack edge rusher for the Lions, Lions going to win football games. It is going to be what the Lions need to do from a trenches standpoint. Stop the run, get to the quarterback. Aidan Hutchinson is important for that. If he can really have success, you're going to see success from the rest of the players that are on this defensive line. Liam, Levi, Romeo, Julian, Charles. You're going to see it. He's got to step up in a big way. He is important to the Lions whole season, and it starts up front for defensive line. If you want those linebackers who, in my opinion, I think is underwhelming, if you have a very good defensive line, they can perform better. Same with the secondary. If you can put pressure on the quarterback, you're going to get turnovers. That's on Aidan. If he can get that pressure, you're going to see some more turnovers. And guess what? Turnovers wins football game. Aidan, really important to the Lions 2022 NFL season. Number 2 player on my list. He stepped up last year, specifically in the second half. Amon-Ra St. Brown. We have other wide receivers that we picked up. DJ Chark. We re-signed Josh Reynolds, Jamison Williams. Great. Amon-Ra St. Brown stepped up last year and really changed this offense when he was on the field. He needs to continue his success for the Lions. He does kind of remind you of a Golden Tate or a Deebo Samuel type of player, where he may not be the biggest name on the team, but he's extremely important on third down. He's extremely important to get open. That's what he does. If he can continue what he did last year, second half of the season, the Lions are going to win football games because he was a game changer. He was changing the game. First down, touchdown, first down. If he does that this year, players such as DJ Chark, Jamison Williams, they're going to get big plays because the drives will continue. And Amon-Ra St. Brown is that piece for that to happen. He is key on offense for the Lions. If he can stay healthy for this season, the Lions offense is going to roll. Again, we talk about sustained drives. Those big third downs. If he gets open, Jared Goff's going to throw it his way. And then the offense continues, and you're going to see the numbers of the rest of the players go up. It's a nice yin and yang when it comes to what one player can do for the other. And that's why Amon-Ra St. Brown stressed bringing in wide receivers this offseason. He was adamant about it because he knows exactly what it means for him. He's going to have a better opportunity to make those plays. Now, there's definitely more players we could talk about. We could talk about the whole linebacker core. We could talk about Jeffrey Okudah. We could talk about other players. But there's the last player on this list. The whole season, in my opinion, is going to be on this player. If he can have a good year, the Lions season is going to be good. If he doesn't, the Lions season is going to be bad. It's a lot hanging on this man here. And that is Jared Goff, quarterback. Number one guy, most important player for this team this season. We know if Jared Goff goes down, the season is absolutely over. If he was to be injured and it's a season injury, we're not going anywhere. We're going to be a top 5 draft pick. That's the case. Because he's good at quarterback, and behind him is a massive drop-off. Just like any quarterback in the NFL, you lose your starting quarterback, you're in a world of pain. And that's what would happen. But Jared Goff stays healthy, should be good. But he's got to be able to dissect defenses, distribute the football to each of his receivers. He does that, we're in the world of good. We're in a path of winning. If he can't do that, we're going to lose football games. He needs to make sure that the football goes to his players and doesn't fumble it or doesn't throw interceptions, which in all honesty, I'm not even scared of him throwing the interceptions. He's not the biggest intercepting guy. Take care of the football. Should be good. Manage the game this season for Jared Goff. He doesn't have to be the super stellar quarterback. He doesn't have to be. We got players around him that can help him win these football games. He does that, we're good. Jared Goff will dictate this whole season. And it's crazy to think about that one player, but it is. He is vital towards the success of this season. If he does well, we do well. If he doesn't do well, we don't do well. So hopefully this guy can get it done, and I do believe he's going to have a good season. I'm not a hater, not a truther. I just look at, I think he's a smart guy. I think he gets it from a leadership perspective. I think he understands what this season means. Everything around there is perfectly fine. The only X factor is injury, and he is an Iron Man, kind of like a Stafford, a guy who will play through injuries. He's not a wuss. He's just definitely a strong guy, but sometimes you just can't, get away with it if you're a broken bone or something like that happens. So him staying healthy is important for the Lions season, and I can't wait for the regular season. But let me know in your list, who do you have is the 5 most important players for the Detroit Lions? I'm sure it's different from mine. Put your names in the comment section. With that said, folks, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you do everything cool, and adios.
Perfect.